Hey everyone, how is it going? I know it's been a while since I made a video. I've just been super busy. Super disappointing that I haven't been able to put out as much content as I wanted to. It's just that I've been so busy. Um, you know, as you can tell, I've lost a lot of weight. And I've been staying outside a lot, been trying to be more active, and since I think my first video on this channel, I've lost 95 pounds, so lost a ton of weight. Also due in part to modern medicine. I am on Zepbound, so that has really helped my life. Modern medicine is awesome, so however you need to get healthy. So anyway, moving on. I really want to get back into putting out videos because I do have a lot of tools, and I have a lot of Harbor Freight tools, and I think that I want to just help people at least see what they're getting and have an idea of the quality and the type of tool that they're going to expect, and my personal opinion on them. Now, not everything at Harbor Freight is the best thing ever, but there's a lot of caveats to that because, yes, it might not be as good as Snap-on or the same quality as like Cornwell or even their electric line, even their power tool line may not be as good as the Milwaukee. It may not be as good as the DeWalt, but a lot of them have very competitive and similar warranties or better warranties than some of these other brands. So that is the deciding factor for me and why I choose to invest so heavily in Harbor Freight tools. So getting on with the video. So right now, until I think October 9th, you have the ability to do a huge upgrade on something that all of us have probably a few lying around, especially if you shop at Harbor Freight. And what I am referring to is one of these bad boys. These are the 2-foot magnet strips that they give away fairly regularly. It's a freebie that they give away. I would say at least once every other month, they'll run some kind of freebie promo where you can get one of these with pretty much any purchase. A lot of times you don't even have to be a Inside Track Club member, but I highly recommend getting Inside Track Club. 2 years, I think it's like $45, and typically it'll pay for itself if there's a good sale going on, like the one that we just saw with all of the sockets and stuff. So getting into it. So this thing, honestly, I've got probably 4 or 5 of these just lying around. And the reason that I do is they're kind of obnoxious because only one side is magnetic. So if you go to stick this to anything, it doesn't actually stick to anything. You have to actually, mount this with the supplied holes on the side, which is honestly a kind of annoying thing. And it makes these things are kind of dumb. Well, not dumb, but it's just, if you wanted to stick them to, your toolbox or the side of, any metal box, that's not really an option. You'd have to drill into your box. And so I just saw this super cool hack that is actually really affordable right now, and makes these things big time upgraded and how they should be coming from the factory. So I'm gonna get into what that is, and it's super simple, and stay tuned. So right now, what you will need for this is obviously one of your strips that's just lying around. Like I said, everyone's got a couple of these just sitting around. I know for certain if you shop at Harbor Freight, you've got some of these strips just sitting in a drawer somewhere, just sitting on a bench somewhere, just waiting for for you to decide to drill into something to actually mount them. So to utilize them, get down to Harbor Freight and spend right now for ITC members. These are $4.99 right now. They're discounted. So these are the magnetic hooks, and they come in all different colors. So it doesn't matter what box you have, what color box you have. I don't know if they have purple, I think, but they have every other color pretty much. So as long as you don't have a purple box and you don't really care about putting some black on it, but all the trim and stuff on the purple boxes are black. So, black isn't going to be a big deal. Plus the strips are black. So, I just went with the black because I have a black box. I have a purple box, and I like black. So I went with black, and these are only $4.99 each. They're typically, I think, $7.99. So they're almost discounted half off right now. And so for this upgrade, it's only going to cost you $10, and it's going to basically make these strips actually super useful. So what you're going to do is go down and buy 2 of these, 2 per strip that you have. So I have, like I said, I probably have like, I don't even know how many, like half a dozen of these things lying around because I shop there all the time. And I just have accumulated them over the years and haven't really used any of them. They've just been sitting around. So I went down and I bought a box. 6 come in a box. So if you just want to get 6 of one color, you can say, hey, can I just buy a box of these? They'll go back to the back. They'll grab you a box. You just pay for the whole box. So it was like $30. And what you're going to do is you're going to open up your magnet that you bought a couple of. Sorry. You're going to take a 3/16 Allen head, or you can take a, it's really hard to do with one hand. It might actually be impossible. 1 second here. With a little movie magic, got that separated. You're gonna keep both of those together. This, you're just gonna throw in a random junk drawer for another project some other day. You're gonna keep this, and you're gonna keep the nut and the bolt. And I'm going to show you the next step. You're going to do this on both of the magnets that you bought. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to get you're going to get a drill of some kind and get a step bit. One of these bad boys. They're super cheap. This is just one of the cheapies that they sell at Harbor Freight. Don't hate. Like I said, I have all kinds of tools. This just happens to be the drill that I literally always keep this step bit in. This is just the whatever drill. I've got the Hercules version. I actually have 2 of these drills. I use these for literally all other types of anything having to do with drilling. It's just I always keep a step bit in the DeWalt. It's just what I do. Anyway, so you are going to take your magnet strip and you are going to wallow out these holes, because these holes are not going to be large enough to fit these bolts until you make them a little bit larger. So see, that literally fits perfect now. So this wouldn't be a complete video if we didn't shamelessly plug the new version of the meme tool. I personally think it's overpriced, just being honest. I also do not like the this ratchet style that comes with it. It's kind of nice though that it locks, but I don't personally like this. I actually think that the OG meme tool that had the open-ended ratchet style was just a much better honestly ratchet. It just gave this thing a lot more utility than this fucking thing. But luckily I was able to find a little mini baby ratchet online made in Taiwan, so it seems to be holding up pretty well, and it's actually basically, well, it's not the exact same as that other one, but very similar, so kind of gives you back that utility that you're missing out on. Just want to throw that out there. If anybody does want me to do a little video on this, I totally can. But anyway, so next step, once you get these drilled out, you're going to put your magnets back in through your hole and then tighten them up all the way. And then you are done. You got something that looks like this, how it should have come straight from the factory. They honestly need to start selling these. I would totally buy a magnetic strip like this, you know, for probably $15 to $20 price range, just because it has so much utility. It's mobile. You can put it wherever you want. You don't have to mount it and then it's just stuck there forever. You can take this thing, you can put it on your box if you want to, anywhere you want. I already got one up there. I'm gonna be redoing my box, that's why it's all empty up there. But yeah, each one of these magnets, they claim, can hold 25 pounds. I don't know how accurate that is. I could probably test that just to find out, but I doubt that I'm gonna put 25 pounds of anything on here, just because I'm probably gonna be putting like a pair of shears on there, a couple pairs of pliers, you know, a screwdriver, flathead, stuff like that. Just basic stuff that's not gonna weigh that much. I don't plan on putting anything crazy on here, but if I did need to, technically, I think based on at least their claims, it should be able to hold 50 pounds. Another thing that's really cool, obviously it's a little bit lifted up now, so you've got a little bit more space to put some larger types of tools that maybe wouldn't be able to typically stick to this, because if this was flat up against something mounted, you know, you're kind of limited on, like, you know, a screwdriver with potentially a big handle wouldn't actually fit. It would be hitting up against whatever you got it mounted to. So you probably won't run into that same problem once you do this upgrade. So I've already done it to that one up there. But anyway, this was just a quick little video. I wanted to show you guys this. I saw this online. I thought it was totally an awesome hack. Well, not a hack, but just an upgrade, and a super cool, kind of affordable thing to do right now. This only costs you $10 to do this, because like I said, bet most of you have one of these lying around. If you don't have one of these lying around, I think they only cost a couple dollars, so you'd have to spend a couple extra dollars to do this, but you'll actually get utility out of this, and this will be actually useful instead of just sitting around on your workbench. So let's just throw some stuff on there. Got some pliers here. Seems to be holding pretty good. Got a bunch of different icon pliers here. Hey, that is awesome. Totally recommend doing this. Like I said, you have until, I believe, October 9th that promo is going to be good for ITC members. So you'll be able to take advantage of this upgrade and save yourself a few extra dollars on doing this for at least the next month and a half or so. So thank you for tuning in, and I would love to get some feedback from you guys. If there's any specific tool that you want to see a review on, I have pretty much every one of, not everyone, but almost every single power tool that they sell. I have at least most of the hand tools. I have tons of the, I've got a lot of the wrench sets. I've got a lot of their socket sets. I've got a lot of the Quinn stuff, the Quinn line. I have quite a bit of that, especially the impact stuff. I've got a lot of the Icon. I've just got a lot of their tools, and so I've got several of their Master Tech sets as well. Their universal ball joint kit, and I've got their fuel injector master kit. I've got quite a few of them. I can't just name them off. Their master pulley set and long jaw set, stuff like that. So anyway, with that being said, I do want to try to get back into making videos. I just think that it would be cool just to do it and, show you guys some of these tools. So if you have any suggestions or anything that you'd like to specifically see in like real world applications, I'm not going to be doing anything crazy like Torque Test Channel where I'm going in and like, measuring actual like utility, like specific data on these things. I'm just gonna, if I do a review on them, I'm gonna use them on something. I'm gonna use them to fix repair something on a vehicle or on anything that I'm potentially working on. And then I will let you know my personal experience with the tool, especially if I've been using it for a while. I'll definitely let you know what I think about it. And yeah, so if there's anything specific that you'd like for me to do any videos on, I would really appreciate if you left a comment down below. And if you subscribe and like, that'd be awesome. It lets me know that people actually value me doing this. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys, and take it easy. Don't forget to get down to your local Harbor Freight. Lots of deals going on all the time. Great tools, lifetime warranties on almost everything, and can't beat the price. Take it easy, guys.